Fallon of Texas with us. He's a member of the House Oversight and Armed Services Committee. And thank you for taking a little time out of your Thanksgiving Day a weekend, this long weekend, to join us to talk about this very important topic and this one that's so critical to your state. Let's just start with your thoughts, the back and forth. McCarthy calling for Mayorkas to resign or face potential impeachment. And from the standpoint of DHS, that's not happening.
Well, Molly, thanks for having me on. And well, they just said that he inherited this problem, Mayorkas, okay? So let's just look at the numbers and look at some data. In this April, there were 234,000 illegal border crossings. That was the worst month we had ever had. That was 1,258% worse than the last April that President Trump had been in office. And then in May, it was 241,000 illegal border crossings, which was 930% worse than the last May President Trump was in office. So clearly, Joe Biden's administration has made this issue about 10 times worse. We've had 8 months in a row of over 200,000 illegal border crossings. And what Joe Biden's policies have done, Molly, is made every state a border state.
You know, one of the other big issues we've been watching ongoing, the Biden administration has now been ordered by a federal judge to stop using Title 42. That's slated to end now December 21st, to turn away immigrants caught illegally at our southern border related to health policy. Are you concerned that this ongoing crisis is about to get far, far worse?
Yes, and Molly, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's not even a crisis anymore. It's an absolute catastrophe, as my good friend Tony Gonzalez just said in the last bit you had up there. Because, I mean, look at just what's happening with the illegal narcotics. The Mexican drug cartels are controlling our southern border, not the federal government. And this is asymmetrical warfare. We lost 107,000 Americans last year that this administration doesn't mention ever to opioid overdoses, 80,000 of those from fentanyl alone. And most of the fentanyl is produced in China. So we lost 293 Americans a day. In World War II, we lost 297 a day. So this is asymmetrical warfare being waged by the Chinese communists, and nobody's saying anything about it, and we have to change course.
Yeah, you know, you're bringing attention to how this is all across the country, an issue that's being affected all across the country. Christina Coleman showing us those buses of migrants arriving in Pennsylvania today. And now Republican Attorneys General from 15 GOP-led states are fighting to keep Title 42. I mean, this is from Alaska to Kansas to West Virginia. They have submitted a motion to U.S. District Judge Emmett Sullivan to intervene. They argue that if Title 42 is terminated, there will be this increased release of aliens that will flow to other states. We're already seeing the buses going around the country, and that this will be a financial burden on the states that will eventually be hosting them. Your thoughts, do the AGs have a case here? Do they have a chance of succeeding?
Well, I certainly hope so, because we've already seen 5 million illegal border crossings when you count the encounters that we've had, plus the known gotaways under the Biden administration. That is a colossal amount. And the Border Patrol agents tell us they can only handle up to 5,000 illegal crossers a day. And now we're looking already, Molly, at about twice that. And if Title 42, if Title 42, Article 42 goes away, then we're looking at an absolute flood that'll be unstoppable, because this administration refuses to institute the wait in Mexico policy, which President Trump did, which said, if you're claiming asylum, you have to wait in Mexico while we adjudicate your case.
Yeah. House GOP leader Kevin McCarthy made that recent trip down to the border. He is trying to walk this path with the aim to become Speaker, facing a few bumps in the road recently. A 5th Republican lawmaker has now announced opposition, Representative Ralph Norman of South Carolina. He's joining some of the other, rather more vocal opponents, like Congressman Matt Gaetz of Florida, for instance. And if the current margins hold, Republicans, they only have about a 4-vote majority. That's pretty tight. What do you think it means for Kevin McCarthy as he aims for this ascent?
Well, the rules are in our GOP conference state that we're going to have nominees, and we have our own internal debates, discussions, and then we vote. And Kevin McCarthy won that vote 188-31. And so he is now our nominee. And I don't want the Democrats to have any say whatsoever in who the next speaker is. We certainly didn't have any say when Nancy Pelosi was elected. So, time will tell. But Kevin McCarthy's the one. We do have the majority now. He led us to that majority. And he also went around the country for the last 2 years, raising hundreds of millions of dollars for candidates to ensure that we could defeat Nancy Pelosi and retire her once and for all.
Are you concerned about those tight margins?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, that would have been, Molly, if we had done 3% better we would have had 24 more reps. So the red wave almost hit. It didn't quite hit, unfortunately, because we'd have 245, but instead it looks like we're going to have 222. So, in every vote, if we lose 5, we don't win. So it's going to be, we have to really unite and hold together as a conference.
And do you think that means we're going to see a lot of power in some of the more moderate members of your party?
I hope that the conservatives, rule the day. I've talked to Kevin McCarthy, so have many others, about we need to be painting with bold colors, not soft pastels. We need to take a book out of, Ronald Reagan, take a book out of Donald Trump, and really, listen to the people that got us here and do what's in the best interest of this country.
Yeah, red wave or not, it's going to be pretty interesting. We really appreciate your insight. Thank you so much, Pat Fallon, Congressman from Texas, for sharing a little bit of your time with us this Thanksgiving weekend.
Thanks, Molly. God bless.
Yes.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.